Welcome back to Talk Your Shit podcast. It is your host, Mylan Daniel, and I'm with my special guest.
It's Nisha, baby.
Yeah, you supposed to.
My
And
bad.
and today we're gonna be talking about the value of money, not only what it means to you, but also what the value of money teaches kids in the school system, and how parents should teach, or not should, but some suggestions on how to teach kids about money. So me personally, I'll go first. In high school, I don't think I learned any. I wouldn't say I learned anything significant about money. Maybe like I had one class economics or something like that. And I don't think they taught. They don't teach you enough to know like how it is gonna be in the real world. Cause when I had to learn everything I know about money from like messing up, just messing up, and or somebody telling me outside of school. I don't know how
Yeah.
you learn, but if you like to,
Well, that is the best way to learn, though.
yeah,
When you mess up,
through
that's how you learn.
it's through
So, what do you know
experience.
about money now, though?
I just know like I know more like about credit score and how important credit score is. So like credit score is very important. You see rappers pay like go to the bank and they got $100,000 in cash and they go to the dealership and pay in cash. But I've learned that like that's not a smart idea because like that don't go towards your credit. And if you don't have good credit, it don't matter how much money you got. They're not gonna let you buy a house that costs $10 million or a million, whatever, however much. If you got bad credit, they're not gonna let you buy the house because they can't rely on you based on your credit history or a car or any type of loan.
Hmm.
It is based off your credit.
Right. And so I feel like that's what it's all about as far as credit. I personally learn the same way you learn. I feel like most Americans learn is as we go. I mean, I say most because I'm sure some people teach their kids, right? But,
Yeah,
I didn't grow up that way. I had to learn
but
as
I think it's hard if to teach your kids when you don't really know yourself, don't fully
right,
understand. You can't teach
right,
somebody something that you fully don't understand what's going on.
right.
Like I
Yeah,
seen on TikTok, this dad said he wasn't gonna pay his daughter to do chores, like, cause he not gonna pay you to do something that you supposed to do. Like, he not gonna pay you to take out the trash or wash the dishes, cause when you get older, you gonna have to do that. If you live by
yeah,
yourself, or if you live with anybody, you have to do it by yourself, or
yeah,
somebody else gonna have to do it. So he was like, I'll make her get a real job. She'll have to babysit and be a nanny and get paid that way. But he said he was like, also it's gonna be like the real world. You gonna work and then you gonna take like taxes out. So she get paid $12. He gonna take four of those dollars, and now she only got eight. And he
yeah,
said he did that for her, saved up money to buy some shoes, some expensive shoes, and he paid for half, and then she paid the other half, and she valued the shoes way more than if something's given to you. And I think that's true
yeah.
because I value my car way more than if like my mom gave it
Because
to
you
me.
had to get it.
Yeah, and if something
Yeah.
goes wrong, I'm like, I gotta pay it coming out of my pocket.
Hmm. That's good. I mean, parenting, there's no rule book. Some people do it, that way. Some people, use that chore money as an incentive for them, to try to teach them that you can make money by working. I mean, that's how I look at, giving a kid money to do chores is because
Yeah,
I look at it like everything we do as an adults, like we work
yeah,
and
yeah,
we're not working for free, we working for,
yeah,
no different, what you and I do,
yeah.
so I feel like, it's all on, I guess, what you intend to teach the child. But for me, money, I don't value money at all. I don't value it. Um, I'm very fruitful with my money, as some would say, like I don't, to me, it's just a piece of paper.
Well,
I feel like,
I mean. That's ultimately that's what it is. The government put value on it, and you can't live without money. Like there's there's a lot of stuff you can't do without money. Not saying
it
money's
make,
gonna make you happy, cause you can have all the money in the world and not be happy, but for some people, it's gonna help. Cause if you broke and you worried about how you gonna pay the light bill, how you gonna pay your car note, and you get that money, it'll help. But I don't
Oh
think
man,
it's the
I
ultimate thing to
yeah,
happiness.
I think that we can live without money. You know what I mean? We choose not to live without money. I mean, I think that, of course I'm being technical, but, to live, we just need air. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like, we don't need money to live, but I feel like society has brainwashed us to chase money.
yeah,
Like we work for money, and that's why I'm in the position I am now, where I value entrepreneurship,
yeah,
making my own money. So I do understand like money is important. I don't need it to live, but it is important for me to be able to afford and live in the lifestyle that, I like,
yeah,
and so I feel like society, they tell us we work a job for a certain amount an hour.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like you get paid $7 an hour. They say you worth that much an hour to
yeah.
work.
That's
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And the older I get, the more it's just like, man, what is this? Who can really tell me how much I should get paid for the amount of work that I do?
yeah.
Right? Because in the
Cause
federal job that I work now,
yeah, I was gonna say cause like I'm in the military. Everybody doesn't get to pay the same, but depending on the circumstance. So if it's somebody that's exactly like me, they live in a barracks, they've been in the same amount of time I have, they don't get no like extra pay. I could bust my ass and like be sweating, and I I get paid the same amount as they do if they just sit on their ass. Well, I mean,
right?
I'd be sitting around right now because we
Right.
ain't
But
doing
that's the point, though.
like
That's the point.
somebody that's like in our union that's been in the same amount of time that I've been in,
Hmm.
and I'm just there's not much for me to do, so I like sit around. I don't do as much hard work as they do. They get paid the same,
Right.
so money doesn't show you how valuable you are
Right.
ultimately.
And, right. I agree with that. Money. I feel like the world we live in, though, everybody value money. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like everybody value money. You see the celebrities and the stars. That's the stuff that's on TV. People with money. They not showing the billionaires, because this is what I say. But people who always flashing their money, they do that little thing where you put the
yeah,
money
the
coming down
money
your arm
spread.
and
Yeah,
shit. Even the people that you was talking about like had the money like this. It's
yeah,
like, if you got this money like this and you got it all right here, you ain't got nothing in the bank.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what really matters, what's in the bank.
Like Jay Z said, he said in the OJ story, he's like holding money to you on the gram. That's a disconnect. We don't call that real money over here. Cause you don't
Right.
see Jay Z doing that. He worth $1 billion.
Right. Right. That's the people who don't got money. The people that try to make it look like they
Yeah,
got money. That's how you can tell, because the people with money don't want nobody to know they got money.
yeah,
You know what
exactly.
I mean? Like,
Cause
yeah,
it puts a target on your back.
yeah.
Cause
People don't need to know, but
people would kill you for some money.
yeah, they would. That's why the people that make all that money live on top of the hills and the
Yeah,
gate. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Bodyguards and shit.
yeah,
But yeah, I do like money. I
yeah,
definitely like money. I like making money. I like having a lot of money. I
yeah,
like the idea of seeing a lot of money in my bank account. That's
yeah,
that's what do it for me.
yeah,
Nowadays, I ain't never. You won't rarely catch me with money in like money on my pocket. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Like money in my pocket. My money's in the bank.
yeah,
What I don't do is I probably don't invest as much as I should.
yeah,
But I look at it like, when I say invest, I mean like into stocks and
yeah,
all that type of stuff, Bitcoin and stuff like that. People be investing in. But what I will say I invest in every day.
and yourself. Yeah,
Yup. So
yeah,
that's what I believe in. I spend money into what I got, everything around me, the business. Who I be apparel,
yeah.
plug.
Look, yep, go get your merch. Go get your merch.
Yup. Whoibeapparel.com. Yeah. So that's what I do. I put my money into. Like I'm gonna flip it.
Yeah,
Everything I do, my whole look is to flip it.
yeah,
So it's like the government tell me, because I got a federal position, they tell me how much I'm worth an hour, or how much they're gonna pay me a year for doing X, Y, and Z, and I'm over here plotting on how I'm gonna be able
Yeah.
to set my own, what I'm gonna make. You know what I mean? $1 million,
Yeah.
in a year. Cause they only gonna they gave me a cap. They said all you can make is 80. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, ain't no more. Ain't no,
Yeah.
that's my cap. So it's just like, I'm personally tired of living under that cap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm taking stuff into my own hands, setting my own prices.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's where it's at. Don't nobody. I feel like society don't want you to know
Yeah.
that we can make our own money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think because the school system puts it as like, you go to high school, you go to college, you get a job, you buy a car, you buy a house, and then that's life.
That's life.
Yeah. But like the world is changing. Like, there's too many ways to make money. People
Right.
make millions of dollars off of streaming, sitting here just talking or doing stupid stuff,
Yeah.
like just streaming or playing video games, or just vlogging their life or whatever, coming up with video ideas. Like, people make YouTube. People make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. Some people make $100,000 a month off YouTube, not including you get sponsorships and all that. Like,
it's so many ways.
Yeah.
It's so many ways to make money. I feel like it's always been so many ways to make money, but how I was raised, and I won't say necessarily my mom and my dad taught me this, but it's just what I saw. Like, you had to be a basketball player, some type of athlete, or military, or go to college. It wasn't until I became an adult, and out on my own, till I realized, like, oh shit, I really could have been anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like an architect, an engineer. Like, I don't think, I didn't think about that. Like, a psychologist, all those things. Like, even an entrepreneur, like, I knew about that, but it's just like, how far are you gonna go?
Yeah, I think I've learned a lot about like how to make money, because there's like endless ways, and like even like there's stuff like, for example, like being a barber. You can be a barber, and then on top of that you own your shop, and then it's like there's so much to expand on just like being a barber, and not just cutting hair. You can be way bigger than that, and there's a lot, like, there's not just like being a cameraman. Like, just being a cameraman, you can expand that to having your own like studio, and then like it. I don't think like in school, I don't think they put it to that magnitude where like this one thing can be expanded into like all these different avenues of different things.
Right, because even like an athlete, right? They put it in your head like you can be an athlete, but they don't say nothing about you can be a brand designer too. You know what I mean? Athletes, they venture out and do just more than just play sport.
Yeah.
Play that particular sport, like own a business. Some people rap. It's art. It's athletes that's into music. Some in fashion design.
Yeah.
The list go on. Real estate. The list go on and on. But I feel like it's important to be open minded, right? And to venture out and try new things and experience new things, because as long as you only surround yourself with what you know and what you used to, you'll never get to see the whole world that's out there. And I'm telling you, man, there's so much out here.
Yeah.
The world to offer us.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit.
Yeah. I think it's more about like going out there and finding what you want to do. Money obviously is important, but I don't think money should be the number one priority. Don't just do something because of the money, because then you're going to hate your life. Even if you make $100,000 a year, is it really worth it if you hate your job?
Right.
If you do something you love, then it will pay off eventually.
It's funny you say that, because my entire adult life, I feel like I've been that type of person that was, chasing the dollar. You know what I mean? Like, I was so busy trying to get more money and more money and more money. It was about the money. Like, the job was about how much I make. You know what I mean? And how much I was going to see after taxes was taken out. But now, the closer I get, to six figures, it's like I look around and it's just like, is it worth it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At almost six figures, but then what? Like, you dead tired at the end of the day.
More
The
money,
amount of
different
hours you're
problems.
working, more bills, higher bills.
Yeah,
It's like it's tax time right now.
yeah,
And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna wait a couple months because it ain't no payday for me.
yeah, yeah,
Taxes ain't never no payday for me. But it's just like, yeah, I realize now that you know happiness is more important.
yeah,
Being happy, and so like whatever, being happy with what you're doing versus just doing a job for the dollar sign.
yeah,
So that's why recently, like I said, like just trying to pour all I can, invest all I can into my own business
yeah,
because that's what make me happy. And it took for me to like have a whole like mental breakdown for me to even realize like, you know what, I gotta focus on my happiness.
yeah,
And because I got all this money in the bank,
yeah,
you know what I mean, all these nice things around me, but that shit don't matter when mentally, you know what
yeah.
I mean, like
If you're not
I'm messed
mentally
up.
there, then it's
Mm-hmm.
all the money don't
It
matter.
ain't worth it. Right,
Yeah,
it ain't worth it at all. So I think the importance, like money, don't mean nothing. Being happy means everything. That's the world, and not just about my happiness, but the people around me happiness too. You
yeah,
know what I mean? That's more important. Because I feel
yeah,
like when you make people happy,
yeah,
it comes back.
yeah,
Like it's hard for you to make somebody happy and you feeling miserable.
yeah, yeah. If
Like
you see like just making somebody's day and making them smile, it's
right.
you. I don't. You just you a Grinch if you just mad and you make somebody happy. That's just
Yeah.
but
But like if you, it's impossible. It's impossible to be mad or any type of negative emotion from making somebody happy, from spreading joy. The opposite happens.
yeah,
They say that negativity spreads. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like, yeah.
yeah.
I think I'm getting off the topic.
But I would also going back to like learning about money, and I think I've learned a lot about money more just being around other people of that like invest in stuff or like just know a little bit more, and I would say experience life more so they know like, oh, put your money into this or like this way you can do it. And I mean I've been trying to like invest slowly like every month, and I think some people think like if you invest it has to be like you gotta buy shares like a share at a time, but you can just or you can just like put a little bit in at a time, $100 a paycheck or whatever works for you, $100 a
Yeah.
month, just to put a little investment. And don't just invest in anything. I would say like do a little research and don't just put your money in anything. Cause
Are you putting your money in TSP?
yes, I think.
Yeah. So TSP is better than any other type of investment out there. TSP is they match you dollar for dollar.
Yeah,
So you put $1 in, you gonna get two.
yeah,
And so the TSP, you got to look into that. It's stocks, right? But it's
yeah,
for military. It's
yeah,
for federal employees. Because I do it too. I got it too. But they got different type of stocks. You should look into that.
yeah.
But they
Okay,
match dollar for dollar.
okay.
I know. I didn't talk to people who said like when Trump was in office, they made the most money they ever made. From TSP. And that ain't your paycheck. That's money
Yeah,
that's just sitting. They're just growing.
yeah,
So look into TSP. I know you can take a certain percentage, like the standard they do. I think they have like a certain 2 or 3% come out of our check per pay period.
yeah. I think.
But you can increase it. You can change it. You can control what stocks or what pot of money they go into your
Yeah.
money.
I think yeah. And you were saying earlier, not just in stocks, but like investing in yourself. I think is an important thing to do because without like knowledge, you don't have anything. Because you could take if you have knowledge, you can do a lot with that. But if you just have like materialistic things that defines you, all that can be replaced. Like all of
Right.
it could be
It can be
gone.
gone just like that.
If you got the knowledge, then you know what to do, and it ain't nothing to get it right back or go right
Yeah.
back to the place you were.
Yeah. Knowledge is definitely powerful. I agree with that. I think it's important to read. Like I feel like most people,
Yeah.
it's not a lot of people that read. Like they said, if you want somebody to know something, put it in a book. I mean, if you what they said, I don't know.
If
I
you
don't remember the saying. You don't.
you want somebody
You don't
not
want
to
them to
know,
know it.
yeah,
Yeah, if you don't want them to know it, then put it in a book because like people don't read.
yeah,
But yeah, I feel like that's because when we talking about investing and when you invest, it's not just financial
yeah,
investing.
yeah,
And so putting into yourself, reading, even meditating, mentally,
yeah,
investing in yourself, for your mental health, taking time to yourself. That's is more than just money.
yeah.
Money, enough money, man.
And I think
I really,
money creates money creates I feel like it creates problems even like between like friends or family members because people get to arguing about money over some like $20. Somebody they over there fighting because of $20.
it's the principle.
Yeah,
But yeah, like money, they say it's the root of all evil, but like I guess some people can look at that on the other side too and be like, it's not the money, it's the people,
yeah,
you know, the person, like how they value money because I can't say that when it's times it's hard, when money is tight,
yeah,
people are stressed the fuck out. You know what
yeah,
I mean? Like myself included, you know what I
yeah,
mean? When things get tight financially, it's stressful and I feel like that's just because of society,
yeah.
what we put
They
ourselves
put this
in because,
value on money.
yeah, because now we spend, the more money you make, the
Yeah,
more problems you have because you spending it, you got all this shit, then the
yeah,
money stopped, and then now you got all these bills from all this stuff that you done spent on, like,
yeah.
so it's like, yeah, it's definitely stressful. My
And
mom, I be teaching my mom, like what I be learning about credit and my credit score, and my sister too, like,
yeah,
I remember my sister said something to me, and she was like, well, ain't nobody teach me, like, ain't nobody tell me, because, I mean, I didn't realize what I knew, they
yeah,
didn't know.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I mean, I won't even, going through life like, oh, let me go teach everybody what I know. I'm
yeah,
out here trying to make it too,
yeah,
like, but it's like when I learned the importance of credit, I mean, I was knee deep, it was just like,
yeah,
it was kind of like, I don't want to say too late, but it felt like it was too late.
yeah,
It's when my credit was horrible, and I'm like, oh, I didn't realize how important this credit score was, and it's just like, not that I don't pay my bills, but anything, being late or
yeah.
whatever, you
It
know what
just
I mean?
yeah,
Like,
it can affect
too
your
much
credit score.
money, having too many loans,
Yeah, or people
like,
are. I think people get credit cards mixed up with like they think they look at a credit card and they look at the limit and they're like, okay, this is how much money I have. When that's not, because if you go all the way to the limit, you got to be able to pay it back at the end of the month.
hmm
You you can only spend what you can afford. So
well, you can spend whatever that limit is,
yeah,
but you shouldn't spend more than
yeah,
you can afford.
exactly. You just
Hmm.
start swiping stuff and buying stuff just cause you got
That's
a
how we
credit.
get in debt.
Yeah, and then people with
A lot of
thousands of
people,
dollars in debt, credit card debt.
hmm
But
a
I
lot
think
of people spend beyond their means. You know what I mean? Like a lot of us Americans do. Spend money that we don't have. We be right now. We already planning what we're gonna spend our tax money on. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like we already got that money spent because we didn't already overspent.
yeah, I think some people like if you make $30,000 a year and is a your car is $20,000, that make no damn sense.
Right.
How you spent like 90%, 85% of your income on a car,
Yeah.
and most of it I feel like is for other people. People don't buy stuff for themselves. They just buy it more for, oh, I want to be flashy. I want to have a new car. I want to have Gucci on. I want to have the new Jordans. I ain't
Who
bought
do
no.
you buy stuff for?
I don't. Recently, like I try not to buy. I stopped like buying Jordans because last time I bought two pairs of Jordans. I spent $800 on two pairs of shoes, and I was like, wow, that's that's a lot of money. And I try to like buy stuff for the podcast. because to improve it and make it better, it's an investment. So, and it's something I really care about and really want to like up the level of the quality and want it to be just better overall. So I kind of invest my money in that. I try to put a little more money into like my car payment and food. I be hungry.
Yeah.
But,
you gotta eat. That's a necessity. You gotta eat.
Yeah.
But so I feel like just spending money and then investing is of course two separate things, right?
Yeah.
When you start putting stuff towards your podcast and all that, that's an investment without a doubt. But spending money on something that has no return, like some Jordans, like there's a shelf life on them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're not gonna last forever. Like the more you wear them, the worse they get.
Yeah.
So
the lower the value, all that.
It's just like as you grow, as you get older, you just become more mature. You become more smart with your.
All right, so we're gonna end the podcast right here. If y'all want to see more of Misha, and if y'all want to get a hoodie like this, I'll link down the website to go cop a hoodie. And make sure you click on another video. There'll be another video at the end of this after I'm done talking. Make sure y'all go explore the other podcasts. Put in the comments what you want to hear, what you want to talk about. If y'all want to see her back, if y'all want to see somebody else, just let me know. But I'm out. Peace.
My hip, these are mirror jeans, Hollows in this clip, boy, don't play with me. We gon' slide by any means. Walking the spot, snuck in with Berettas. They taking advantage of